Welcome everybody. Glad to be with you today. We're another Power of Surrender Facebook Live. Going to be sharing today around really landing with your deeper desires and letting go of the resistance to your deeper desires. And in that process, lightening the load of your emotional pain body. And of course, always, we're going to have energy scanning. We're going to have channeled messages. And along the way, I also am going to continue to be talking about, actually I haven't talked about it that much, about the Power Surrender Retreat we've got coming up this month, where you're going to have a chance to really deepen in everything we've been talking about with meditation, guided meditation, channeling from myself, allowing yourself to just realize what it is you need to realize in the whole process of a retreat, getting into those still spaces within yourself, within, again, the entire container of the retreat, the Power Surrender Retreat. There is a post where you can find the link, but I'll also put the link into the comments by the time we are done or right after we're done. Okay, so as we get into it today, I just want to get started by just, again, talking about this. We've been talking about, again, this last 3 times, we're talking about this overall process of surrendering and all what it entails. And, you know, that there's myths. I'll just review real quickly. I mean, that there's a lot of myths around surrendering. From my vantage point, how I see it, surrendering isn't just some, when I talk to some people about surrendering, they mean, oh, just kind of ignore everything and just forget about everything and just, you know, is that surrendering? And I'm like, nope, that's not surrendering. Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. It's an active process, actually. It's an active process of really connecting on a deeper level with who you truly are. And then allowing that ultimately to rock your sacred purpose, to radiate and shine through your experience, and then as the expression that you're bringing into the world. So that's what we're talking about, the power of surrender. Does power surrender mean in business like, okay, I surrender, I just give my gifts, I know Source will provide for me, I give everything for free, you know, okay, you know, it's the healer's utopia that, and then somehow everything will be provided for, and, you know, usually that isn't the case, because you have a lesson, you have a school of learning around, you know, what's called money right now. You have a school of learning around that, so actually embracing money would be a part of your surrender. Now it sounds strange, right? How's that surrender? But surrendering to your deeper desire that you actually do want to receive money. Just stop lying to yourself. Every single one of you probably, almost every single one of you, if I ask you in your business, if you haven't already made 6 figures, I say, well, how much money do you want to make in your business? You're going to say, I want to make, you know, $10,000, you know, ultimately, or more easily, right? Or far more than that. And so I know, or, you know, you're already at 6 figures and you want to make far more than whatever 6 figures you're making now. I don't know if we have people listening in today of 7 figures, but we do occasionally have those people pop in. So wherever you are, you know, that you want to scale up to your next level, but part of you might say, you know, I'm doing all right, I guess. It sucks, but, you know, hopefully it'll change. And, you know, you keep doing the same thing. You keep coming from the same place. You're not surrendering to a deeper desire because you're giving mixed signals to yourself. Therefore, you're giving mixed signals to the universe. So this is sort of a different way of looking at it than like, okay, you've got to clear your blocks. You better amp up what you want and all that. And that's all good. I'm not making it wrong at all. But sometimes that gets to feel like we're not getting anywhere, and that there can be a much more effortless path available to us by simply saying, you know what, I actually do want these things I've been saying I want. I'm not going to judge them anymore. I'm simply going to let them emerge and flow through me and come into my experience, my deeper desires, that I want that multi-6-figure business. I want to be making that larger impact. And I'm going to stop saying things that aren't true. I'm going to stop taking in the ideas in my mind, taking in those inputs from others, taking in clutter of ideas and energies and information, and sometimes that's food too, what we're eating. I'm going to stop taking in that clutter as well. We want my energy to rise. I want my clarity to be crystal, increasingly anyway, crystal, so that when you're willing to, often, when we're talking about our purpose and business and everything, a lot of times there's this talk about constantly adding something. Okay, what else do we need to add? Okay, add this, add that. And then underneath that, what we're doing is we're hanging on to all our old programs. Yeah, I want to totally make money, but I want to give it for free. Okay, so then it totally doesn't work out. Or we say that, so you have to actually just surrender to your true desire, which is not to give everything away for free or in the way you have before, to continue delivering that way, but to evolve and stop your stories. Why? Like, you could keep finding the stories and you could keep clearing them. And I'm not saying not to do that, but I'm saying, like, sometimes the fastest path is just really getting deeply connected in your soul presence and just saying yes to those desires and then letting them manifest. So that's the power of surrender. The power of surrendering to your deeper desires can actually just transmute them and have them come into your fruition more easily. Recently I surrendered to going back to doing energy scan trainings, and then that finally I will have this sort of one-to-one clients that I had been imagining, and increasingly, I mean, not every single client, but that are getting more uncompromising about the type of people I work with on a one-to-one basis. So since I've done that, then that's been picking up and getting stronger and stronger. And so sales are increasing because I'm saying yes to the things that I really have been wanting, but I keep making excuses. Well, I could help other people. Well, I used to do energy scan trainings, and then I stopped doing them because of X, Y, Z. I don't need to get into all my things, but whatever it is, like you've got this genuine desire, and then your programming, your emotional pain body is there saying, like, oh, don't do that. It's such a horrible thing to charge people more money, and they can't even afford what you put out there already. And yeah, deep down inside, there are so many people that want to work with you at that higher level, whatever it is, for your group, for your one-to-one. So as we put it directly into business, even, like, those genuine desires and those opportunities, they already exist. You can feel them. They exist. But then you overlay it with your pain body, overlays it and translates it into your brain that kicks things around while you continue not to engage in your genuine desire. Then it gives this, oh, let's do these other things. Let's distract. So one of the things when we're surrendering is to take time, and why I do highly recommend the Power of Surrender retreat, the 3-day retreat, April 28th to the 30th, is because we need to eliminate the distractions for a while, and then mindfully choose that you're not going to allow yourself to be so distracted anymore from what your genuine desires are. And finally, to claim those genuine desires. To just say yes, just genuinely. There needs to be sincerity to your genuine desires. Do you hear me? There has to be sincerity. Often we think we're being sincere, but we're continuing to not really feel and really give ourselves to our genuine desires and bring ourselves into that vibration, and trusting the higher vibration to flow through us from that place. Instead, we get in our heads about everything, and we try to, take marketing courses or try to figure things out about our long-term plan about how in 20 years we'll get there, and then we're not. There we are, 90 years old, and we're like, well, I guess I never got to it. Like, potentially. So, like, you don't want that. You want to give yourself to, or you have another, maybe more lifetimes. I got more lifetimes, they tell me, right? So, then again, I don't want to keep coming back into the body again and again unnecessarily, and or whatever, I don't know. So like underneath, these conversations are going on, not necessarily consciously, but so it's just like, okay, I just want to give it up to my genuine soul desires and finally let them land. And they often look different than what your spiritual ego mind thinks. My spiritual ego mind thinks, truth and equality and love for all means everything's free and we just give freely, and that's the way it ought to be, and it's the way it should be, and I will fight for it, and I will defend. See, and then when you get in that, that there's the ego. I will fight for it. Or I'm just going to let it be. I'll just be I'm just going to be in a passive vibration, and I'm just going to let this thing happen. I'm going to let world peace just happen. I'm just going to sit here until world peace happens, and all prosperity. I'm sure, people, the power players of the world will finally wake up, and they'll just give us what we need finally. We'll be taken care of. I'll have my warm blankie every night. Okay, I mean, honestly, I think there's so many people that get in this kind of consciousness. I don't know. I don't know if you're one of them. But what we want to do instead is claim back our power, our sovereignty, and to wake up to our genuine desires and allow those to guide us, to lead the way, to lift our frequency, and to make the impact that they are meant to be making. So how, people say, how. That's the mind's thing. It's not a very surrendery thing to do, to keep saying how constantly, right? Because the truth is, you as an infinite being and your inner awareness already knows the how. The how is to connect with the vibration, with your genuine desire, bring that forth, therefore brings itself into action. It's not, I got to take it. It brings you into actions as you're willing to play with it and engage with it, synergize with it. Ooh, like you're molding clay or something. Ooh, let my genuine desires guide me, right? Like, yeah, like the wheel's spinning, life's spinning. I'm just molding that vase from the clay, right? Ooh, what could we create here? Oh my God, like what's my desires here? And there's no judgment. It's just, what's your genuine desire? It can be taken any millions of different ways, right? But what's your genuine desire? Just being honest with yourself about what your true desire is. Often when you say, well, right now it's just like this and like that, when it's in that vibration, I don't trust it. I don't believe that's your truth. I think that's one level of your truth, but it's not your deeper desire. Your deeper desire is going to be beyond that. So your genuine desire isn't like, by golly, I'm making 10 million this year. Like, that would be so phony for most of us to say. We're not generally desiring that, right? If we say, I don't know, things are tough right now, and if I can just kind of get by for now with 5 or 10 grand a month, that's okay, and it'll be good. So let's just hope for that. Let's do what we need to do to make that happen, and hopefully it'll be good. And that's how most people are operating in their businesses. That's why so many people aren't succeeding. Then you could say, I'm really going to go for it. I'm going for the 10K. All right, what do we need? What do we need to do? All right, this marketing course says I can make that and a lot more. All right, maybe I buy one of those. All right, here we go. There's all these testimonials. Everybody's been doing it, right? And you join the course, you're like, oh my God, like so many of us aren't hitting our goals. I'm not hitting my goals. Like, this isn't working. Spending all this money on Like, that'd just be one example. Or you do other things and like it's just not working out. You do the ads, you do whatever. And you're like, you know what? I never wanted to do these freaking ads in the first place. And I just did them because I thought it'd give me the result. I thought it'd be easy. I thought it'd just be the smart move. But it wasn't your genuine desire, so it didn't work out. Your genuine desire rises up by itself, and you will realize, and then it can instantly manifest by you just really saying yes to it. It can instantly manifest. Of course, sometimes that means you need to keep engaging it with action, just letting it mold the reality in a sense. Like the reality already exists. You're just molding that reality by bringing your attention, awareness to it, and of course engaging your attention and therefore a sense of action into it, a real sense of engaging it, and then it happens. We all know that part, right? But what's that genuine, deeper desire? Oh, when I go deep, and for me, like it's that you go deep into the center of your being, deep into your, could be in your heart, or again, your solar plexus or sacral energy, wherever you feel like that deep sense of desire. I want to generate this much money or experience this much money per month in my business or per year or whatever, whatever period of time. And then when you feel that vibration, you know that's what's more true, what's more real for you. That's what's more real for you. That might be it right there. Probably is. When you lean into that, and you say, yes, I'm just giving myself to that. I'm just giving myself to that. Like I'm just going to keep focusing on giving myself to that intention. And then, when you say, okay, well, how's it going to happen? How? Well, I don't know, that marketing course, then you go to your brain, right? So it comes from this deep place, and then you go to your brain to figure out how to make it happen. Like, no, like you stay with moving with the vibration. Oh, and how do you feel with the intention that's coming up? Oh, I love that 20 grand or 30 grand or 40 grand per month or 100 grand or more per month. Whatever it is, it's like you feel that vibration. It's like, ooh, wow, whatever that feels like. You could give it a word if you want to, but knowing that feeling is the primary. You might give it a label to help re-access it and remember it sometimes, but mostly it's just feeling into it, not even needing to put a label on it, on the feeling vibration, but you could. And then feeling into that, be like, oh, it feels like this joyful feeling. So that if you were to give it the word joy as a pointer, be like, okay, how would I be doing this that feels like it's already happened, it's already done, and feels joyful? Like, what would I be doing in the way that would delight me the most? It doesn't have to make any logical sense. Could sound like a stupid plan. It'll never work. But it's what feels like it's already happening, it's already done, and all I have to do is just give myself to that. That's the magical path. Literally, it's called one of my teachers calls it the magical path, but that is the magical path. He describes getting into that presence in a different way than me, but he even stole one of my phrases once. But anyway, I say describe it in my own way, but it creates that magical path if we only would just trust that. So that's what these Facebook Lives are for, is to help you to do that. Because when you do that, it automatically starts to lighten up the pain body. The pain body doesn't have to keep getting your attention because you're not paying attention to your deeper essence. When you're not paying attention to your deeper essence, the pain body is going ape shit is what I want to say. It's going because you're not paying attention to the deeper calling, the deeper presence, the deeper desires, the deeper longing, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care what word we give it, but I'm just pointing to it, right? So as you give yourself to it and you engage it from that vibration, you just, the actions you take are just coming. You come up with a plan often. Often you will come up with a plan then. Once you get into the energy of it, you will come up with a plan. You will probably be doing something, with some sort of consistency, whether you're doing nothing most of the time or you're constantly engaging, or if it's a mix of things. But, rest and play and this and that and the other thing, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But that it delights you. It delights you is the thing. A quick manifestation story from the weekend. I talked about my own business, just recently in this live, but like a quick one, like you can bring manifestation like this to others for your true desires for others, which is so fun. Like I had a true desire, just kept longing, a feeling just came up for my daughter to get like $50 or more in tips at her job, where In the past, I didn't usually take tips of the type of job she does. And she had never made that much, you know, in tips. And I just says, you're making $50 or more today on tips. And it's just something that just felt good. It just felt just like it rose up, and I was like, yeah, you're making it. And then she contacted us like right away through her cell phone at work. She says, I've already made $50 in tips like within the first hour of being. So like these little things are those cosmic winks that are telling you, wow, just pay attention to what's rising up. Say yes to it and watch it unfold. Yes, there are things you have to give your more attention to, and needs more structure and more intensive focus, for sure. But there's all those other things that are just like automatically rising up throughout the day, and even those things can perhaps be more than sufficient, and so many of the cases, so much of the time. But there are things I would submit anyway, based on my current experience up till now, that we need to put some planning to and some focused attention to, or we end up just all over the place. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to share today for some of the speaking points. I'd love to tune in to you guys and some of your genuine desires for today. And again, if you want to go much deeper, we have the Power of Surrender retreat coming right up, you know, April 28th to the 30th. And you can check out the link here on the Rock Your Sacred Purpose thing here. There was a post just before the live with the link, and then I will also be putting it into the comments a bit later. Okay, so, but yeah, I want to do those. I'll do an energy scan for you as a group, for your genuine desires as a group. And then also, I would love to receive any energy scan requests today. And then I'll be scanning, channeling, you know, all that good stuff like I do. Then I'll probably wrap up with a channel prayer or some channel messages and what have you, okay? All right. Hello, by the way, everybody. Officially, Robert, Lana, Kelsey, and Stella I've seen have been here. Awesome. Okay. Let me go ahead and tune into the group. You know, you can do this energy scanning too. I've got a class coming up, by the way. If you're interested, let me know. All right, so that popped in my brain. All right, here we go. Here's space. So there's this desire to inhibit the space within and have a sense of spaciousness in your life. A sense of like, if I have to really keep gunning this thing up, that's just a no-go for me. So that's what I'm sensing. A sense of great space and play. Great sense of space and playfulness. Play. That I'm playing my life rather than working and playing. A sense of play. Okay. Well, I hear like the objections coming a little bit. Well, it could be playing around, and all of a sudden, you know, or get tomahawked or get my head chopped off because I wasn't being careful enough and paying attention and being serious enough about the real world coming in on me. Okay, so let's address that. Let's get a channel message maybe there to support. So yes, they're saying, yes, you can play like children, yet you can embody a deeper power and presence of awareness of what's unfolding in your life in a grounded way. Often when we start going higher and higher vibration, we become ungrounded, and then the sense of attack comes in, quite frankly, to ground us in part, you know. That's part of what's happening with that. So no need for attack, because I'm going to be deeply present, aware, grounded, and yet playful. Now, do you have to constantly you've got to be unbounded, but you can maintain a sense of grounding within your unboundedness at the same time. and to allow yourself basically just to stay in your body, right? So stay in your body, or something will come in to bring you back in your body, and it usually looks like some sort of, you know, either physical or other sort of attack. And it usually hits your pain body or your physical body a lot of times. So to bring you back into the body, to pay attention to it, because you've left your body. Okay, let's see. So stay in your body, therefore, no need for any of that. Okay. They're here just saying to remind you you're magical. Remember that you too are magical. So remember your stories. Everybody has magical stories. Man, you know, I was just horsing around, and this thing happened, and that thing happened. Remember to horse around. Remember, it's like you're just making it up, you know, making up your most delightful path. What distracts you from it is the mind of worry and distraction. Oh, wait a minute. Did we miss something? Yeah. You know, often that's what's distracting us. Not that, you know, paying attention to the details isn't important, because it has importance, right? It can be quite important in its own way, right? For sure. But then it's just allowing ourselves to realize primarily our life just comes from this magical, flowing, beautiful place. We can trust that. There's, you know, what I'm getting is just like, I was listening to somebody, actually I will use his name, I guess. David Goggins, and he was a Navy SEAL and a Ranger and all this stuff. He'd gone through all these intense trainings, and he's just done incredible things. He can do 1,000 pull-ups and I don't know, like some incredible things physically he can do. And he talks about because he's so tough, he's so hard, and you know, he just won't let anything stop him, no matter what. Even if all his body's broken, he's still going to be doing those pull-ups or whatever, you know, whatever the thing is. Okay, so there's this idea, like I use him as an example, as sort of a model of like where some of us, quite frankly, perhaps have been in our past lives. You got to be so hard, you got to be the hardest one, and the toughest one. We got to be unstoppable. We've done that. We've been there. That's been part of our evolution. But examples of the world where people are showing up in strong ways like this, they're pointing to something, reminding us of a strength. We got to realize we have our own place in our soul's journey. That there is a higher level of nature of beingness that we're meant to embody. So wherever other people like David Goggins or whoever it is, you know, out there in the world that are being those motivational, unstoppable examples, take some inspiration from that, but we have to realize that's not our deeper desire like it is for David, perhaps. Maybe that is his deeper desire, you know, who knows? It's not our deeper desire. So when you see other models and they're like, no, you got to be like this. This is what gives success. Is that your deeper desire, though? Okay, no, all right. You know, when you're really honest, even, like, maybe you're meant to embrace some of that. I don't know. Maybe. No. Right, so whatever the truth is to be present to that. Okay, maybe one more message for the group. I'm just reminded of the power center to stop giving your power away to all these different ideas, false allegiances to things that might matter to you, but you give it too much importance, certain ideas and concepts, values, alliances, loyalties. You give it too much importance. You don't give enough importance to your true desires and what you truly want, and then you just, you know, you just don't have what you want then. So you just keep having more of the same. But like, stop giving your power away to that. You can claim your sovereignty, claim your power, know that it will manifest something greater for you and really ultimately for everyone. Ultimately, in the big picture of life, for everyone, even when it doesn't look like it. You're providing something greater for all by honoring those deeper desires. Okay. I can remember people, I'll put it as people so that I don't have to feel like I'm identifying somebody. But I know there's people in my life that I felt like, oh, I've got to help them. I got to keep talking to them. I got to keep it going, or they're going to fall apart. I know I'm helping them so much. Eventually, you know, after so many years of doing that, it's like, oh my God, this is keeping me stuck in a pattern. I can't do this anymore. I have to shift this. I cannot continue to do this with this person. You just send them infinite angels or light and love and whatever blessings. And then you discontinue the pattern. You minimize them in your life or release them from your life entirely. And you go to your next level. No more giving your power away to old patterns that don't serve you, that are just propping up people staying in a light vibration where they're comfy, but they're not evolving. So you're not helping them to the highest level. Move out of those relationships. Okay, so that's the encouragement. All right. Yeah. Relationships with others and with ourselves, when we do that with ourselves, right? Like, oh, comfy here. We're going to just kind of keep doing it this way. Okay. All right. So individual. Okay. Hopefully was helpful for you. Any questions and any energy scan requests? So that's what I'm looking for. Any energy scan? Energy scan, please. You could say, I'll tune into anything that wants to come through, including what I'm sensing your true desires are, what's coming through to share with you. Because sometimes we get, again, we're so caught up in our density that I think I know my genuine desire. I don't even know sometimes, you know. I don't even know anymore. And sometimes it can be helpful, or you just would like an energy scan. If not, we'll be moving along pretty soon here, if there are no volunteers for that today. Yeah. So let me double check here, because sometimes there's things coming in and I can't see them. And I'm thinking that might be true today, because I haven't seen any comments from anybody yet. Okay, let's see. And oh, here we go. Yep. Good thing I looked on my other screen, my trusty other screen here. Melanie earlier said here somewhere, appreciate the reminder to intentionally ground. Very odd. Tones of resistant. Went offline. Energy scan, please. So Lisa will definitely do that. Stepping out of comfort zone of helping people in need because we are used to it. Yeah, totally. That's great. Yes. Yes. Okay. There's definitely more comments here. Wow. I can't see comments from earlier for some odd reason, but I see that Lisa asked for an energy scan. So if anybody else wants one, if you put it in again, I think I would see it. All right, so let's do one for Lisa, and we'll move on from there. All right, let's see what's coming through. Well, that was quick. I mean, very quick. I just got, you got to rest. Come on, Lisa. And you're probably laughing right now. Oh, yeah. You got to rest. I just see they're showing me like, it could be metaphorical, but they're showing me you being in like a hot tub or a jacuzzi tub or something like. Seems like it's maybe outside, but I don't know. So, but I just see you there. Maybe put the crystals in around you or in there with you or something. But allowing yourself to just let go. Just so like take an hour, take a half a day, take a full day. Just clear the schedule. Sometimes you have to say, no matter what the consequences, I just do not care anymore. I'm taking a day to be in retreat. Even for just yourself, you know, I mean, just your own retreat. You've got to rest. You've got to build in more rest. It's a genuine desire. You're meant to honor it. You're not lazy. All these programs, come on, you got to work hard, mount to anything. Okay, clear that one, everybody. Lisa, everybody. Okay, no, that's not true. I'm meant to be connected. I'm meant to harness something far more powerful than just plodding along all the time only, right? Okay, I'm meant to rest, rejuvenate, let this energy get connected and flowing in my life for more miracles for me and for all. They're just getting to speak up more as they show the throat. Just being a stronger voice. So champion the things that need to be championed for yourself and others. Just come on, bottom line. All right, so that wants to be continue to be stronger. It feels like it's been stronger, but it needs to be even stronger. Let's see. Just showing me the hesitancy in the third eye, that to trust your gifts, more of your energetic and spiritual, intuitive gifts is really important. To deeply honor yourself as a really powerful channel of wisdom and energy, to really honor that. So that's a place of surrendering into that truth, surrendering into the desire of your soul to experience more of that. Maybe sometimes you think you're like so deep in things that you need to deal with. But they're saying no, it's not as big as you make your mind's making it. Yeah, maybe it seems like maybe you're knee deep, but you don't even need to be that. You could just step right out of all that stuff if you chose to. Sometimes we have to make powerful choices and say, you know what? My mind keeps telling me all these consequences are coming my way if I make that choice, though, so I won't do it because there's too many consequences. Sometimes we need to make the choice anyway. I'm not saying all of you need to make these crazy choices today, what seem like crazy, but sometimes enough's enough, and you just say, that's it, making that choice, no matter what the consequence. But the thing is when things get tough, you're facing the experience of consequences psychologically, usually far more than anything from the outside coming in. It's really mostly 90-some% at least psychological, if not 100%. People give in too quick. They're like, well, looks like that choice isn't working out. I made my big bold move, not working out. I'll go back to what I used to do to get by. They give in too quick. But it's been years, Daniel. I don't care. It's too quick. You keep going until you line up with the life that you've intended to experience and live fully here. And to hell with the consequences, okay? To hell with the consequences. Increasingly, for you, Lisa, and everybody, to hell with the idea of these consequences, okay? I'm just using a phrase, all right? I don't know. That's what's coming through this year. No, I'm just kidding. We're good. Just leave it at that for now. Okay. Lisa says, yes, she is laughing out loud. Would like to see if I have denial I am refusing to see. Okay, great, Janet. Let's take a look. I'll do a scan. The time, maybe Jackie as well. And again, guys, if there's more comments I'm missing, I really apologize. I'm only showing X amount at a time here on my screen. Okay, so let me go ahead and looks like maybe Jackie was next, then we'll do Janet, then I'll need to start wrapping up probably at this point. Jackie. Yeah, again, I'm just struck by the depth of surrender that you've said yes to, Jackie. So in the energetic body speaking, like I feel it going into like the maybe the upper solar plexus chakra, and it goes all the way down at times, but then like the lower solar plexus, mid solar plexus, and below, like they get shaky at times. They get very fearful. And then maybe you want to leave the earth. You're like, get me out of here. It's just a bunch of crap. You know? So I see that. So probably you're already sort of doing this already, but just you got to keep reaffirming your intention in this process of deepening. Feel that going through those lower chakras down into the core of the earth. settling in and just getting still and being firm with your intention, and then slowly still and gently, and yet at the same time in very powerful moments, boldly taking the next steps that you know are true for you. Okay, boom, doing this. Let that digest. I'm in the stillness, I'm in the stillness, I'm in the stillness. I'm making this choice, I'm making this choice. This is happening. It's all of this choice, this is happening. It's already done. You'll feel it in your lower chakras. You gotta feel it, move through it. Let the intention that is behind the desire to move in that direction, to land inside of you, you just let it land. Just let it feel it landing. Nothing fancy, just let it land. Let it come through. Let that tension release. The lower chakras, let it land. You're making this powerful choice. And then whatever desire is, maybe see it like an apple. Like you're going to eat that apple no matter what, right? I'm having an apple. I'm eating it right now. That's how I know I'm having it. It's already done. Or like, oh, I'll have a big $20 million apple. It's a fun way to visualize it and just to make the connection. Fears may come up. They rise up from the shadow side and say, oh, you can't possibly experience that. They're all going to get you. They're all going to get you. What's going to get you? Well, people and more have money. They're gonna make mincemeat out of you. They're gonna turn you into furniture or something. I don't know. Like this is a weird thing to say, probably, but like that's how it comes through. Like they're gonna turn you into a martyr. They're gonna, put their feet up on you. You're gonna be a slave energy. You're just like, hell no. You're just like, no, just no. No, I don't buy that. 20 million. No, yeah. 20 million's for real. I am for real. The vibration within me is limitlessly powerful and valuable, and it emanates through me in a limitlessly powerful and impactful way. I'm willing to let it lead the way and do its good work in the world. In the consciousness, really, right? And therefore, in the sense of the world. That seems to be complete, the message to share for you. Grateful to share that with you today. To hell with the consequences. Lisa's laughing, and Lisa says, oh, the entire energy scan was so appropriate. Cool. Janet. Okay, Janet, you said, is there something I'm resisting, I think you asked, or am I in denial? Okay, let me tune in. Yes. No, okay, it's kind of a joke. Okay. Yes, certainly you are in denial. Okay. Just had fun with that one. Okay. Let me tune in now. Okay. I don't know. It's like they're just showing me you putting your nose into something. You're just, get my nose into this stuff and that stuff. Feels like your curiosity, wanting to continue to put your nose into different areas of your study maybe, or different things, and I want to dabble a little bit with this and that, and I want to do this big thing, but I want to dabble in this and that, and okay. So what's more true? Do you want to really dabble, or do you want to dabble and do the big thing, so to speak? What's true? See, turn in some more. There's this consciousness there, and you may say, no, I don't have that, I got rid of that one a long time ago. But it's, I hear it. It's like you say, well, maybe somebody will hire me, or, like somehow it'll just easily happen. It'll just happen. It's just going to happen. And not all of you believe that. So, it's not going to happen that way. The way you hope it just happens. The part of you, I'm not saying the totality of you, but that part, okay, this part says, this is gonna happen. So okay. I'm just getting, you got to be straight to the target, you know, like I just see like again, a metaphor, spear being thrown, you know, to the target, just tired of, you know, playing around, you know, saying, hey, look at this whole valley and the mountains and this and that. And yeah. All right. Okay, we all know this is beautiful stuff. All right. Okay, now what? Well, I don't know. Do we want to throw spears around maybe? Or it's like, no, we want to, I'm throwing spears. I teach you how to throw spears. Come on now. We're going to hit that target every single time. You need to learn to focus. You need to learn to manifest. You need to learn how to allow things to happen in your life. Grab this spear together with me. I'm going to show you how. You know, like it's like, boom, let's do it. So the more like, let's do it energy is definitely coming on. I know I can hear what people say, like what they're saying in their heads. But I've already been starting to do that. And I could be so much like that. Okay. All right. There's a little bit of trickster energy in there. Okay. So let me see one more about that. You need to be more firm. You just need to be more firm. You need more firm about manifesting this business, doing this work in the world. And you have to bring that firmness to the people that you want to help and to people that maybe could help promote you and share you. You got to bring more firmness. You got to be firm. You're really nice and sweet, but you have to mix that in with a lot of firmness. And it is going to have people maybe not want to do things with you sometimes, but equally, it's going to bring people in there say, all right, let's do it, you know, equally. So you have to just let it be that dual-edged sword. Finally embrace that totally. People are going to dismiss you. People are going to think you're crazy, always. You know that, right? So, let's see what else is coming in. Just, remember your shamanic powers. Come on now. You got those magical powers to let things happen on that level too. So they're showing those two things primarily. Let's see if there's anything else coming through. You plant those intentions, you let them harvest, have fun, play like I was talking about earlier. Hey, well, I like some of this and like that, and some of these and some of those, and some radishes and turnips and whatever it is you want, you know, and just like enjoy just being that manifestation queen or whatever, you know, whatever name you want to go by. You know, after they learn the basics, Janet, you could always take them into your deep mystery school. Don't worry about that. Like, you know, that's available, but you got to start with throwing that spirit at the target, showing, hey, bottom line, manifest, let's do this thing. That's kind of what I'm getting today anyway for you. Okay, so I don't know if that's what you want to answer, but yeah, she says, perfect, look forward to the retreat, let's do this. All right, cool, awesome. All right, that sounds fun. Okay, love the image of eating the $20 million apple, and so helpful about letting my attention in the my lower chakras. Okay, awesome. All right, let's see if I've got any other messages for you guys as we wrap up. Yeah, gotta start wrapping up. I'm gonna put that link for the retreat in probably a minute or two right after the live. So if you guys want to jump on doing the retreat, I'll put the link in immediately after the live. All right, so I'm hearing the messages like, play life like the flute that it is. Like something like this, giving this metaphor. Like you're a master flute player, you already know how to play that flute. So start acting like it. Claim the power, the magic of your gifts. And let them be seen. Hide no more. Thank you. Oh, I'm just kidding. That's about it. Do we want to do anything else? I'm good. No, we're done. That's all I wanted to share additionally. So, all right. That felt powerful, sharing that last little bit there. All right, guys. Just so looking forward to being with you again next week at 3 p.m. Central for more of the Power of Surrender. And I'll share the link to the retreat instantly as soon as I can, right after we wrap up here. And I'm just having a great time sharing with all of you. I do sincerely desire that 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or more of you that have been listening regularly or will join the retreat from these Facebook Lives. Yes, and allowing that to be so bang, right? Okay, all right, because we're going to have so much fun. It's going to be so powerful. So anyway, look forward to it in advance. This or something greater. And lots of love and blessings to you all. And I'll be with you again next week here for sure, 3 p.m. Central on Monday. Lots of love and goodbye for now. Thank you for all your comments, everybody. Thank you.